I think it's time for a review.
For what?
For Ready or Not. It's TCTP DTCR, which stands for...
Two's Company, Three's a Podcast, does the cinema. Each week,
yes,
we get to head off to Event Cinemas Glendale for the time being.
Shout out.
Yeah. And go and see one of the freshest movies of the week. And last week, we were... privileged to see a particular fresh film that has only been out for a week now. So if you haven't seen it, this is the chance to hear what we think and tell you to go and fucking see it.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yep. Or not, but do. This movie's been out in America for quite some time. And we finally got an Australian release of a film called Ready or Not.
Yes,
what an amazing film. Now, coming off the back of last week's TCTP DTCR, where we saw Zombieland.
And there was mixed feelings.
Yeah, like my feelings were a bit lesser than yours, I think. Like
but you also talked mine down a little bit.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Well, you did. And then my rating ended up being fucking terrible, apparently. Yeah. But I was also quite drunk. Make sure you head back to TCTP GST.
Yeah. What was this movie, Mitchell?
Okay, so this movie centers around a very wealthy family who made their money in board games and gaming, the games, and have been doing that for, I think it was at least 5 generations, I believe. Okay, so more or less, a young man who was absent from the family per se, he meets the love of his life, played by the amazing Samara Weaving.
Shout out to the Aussies.
They are going to get married after only a year and a half, I believe, instead of the usual 3-year courtship in their family. But he still respects the family's wishes and gets married on the family manor.
Yes.
Now, what stems from this is they get married, you meet the family members, and they're all unique and great in their own ways.
Yes.
And then at midnight on the wedding night, she has to play a game. And how she does this is she gets to select a random card, and it will tell her what game she's playing. It could be backgammon, Yahtzee, any kind of game, or hide and seek.
Yes.
Now, all the other games are literally just a board game.
Yeah.
And there's married-in members of the family at the table with them when they select this and that. But hide and seek is the one where the drama begins.
Yes. So, Ready or Not, or in this case, Hide and Seek, is a game that only appeared throughout the history of this family every number of years. It doesn't happen often.
It wasn't often. I think there was the great aunt who had a husband who... Yep. And then I think once prior to that. Something like that. Yeah, once prior to that. So it was not often that car gets pulled.
So the movie essentially follows Samara Weaving's character as she marries into this family and gets caught up where she's the one who has to hide from the family. If you've seen the trailers at all, or if you haven't...
You get the gist.
Yeah. The game is they're hunting her, and they're hunting to kill.
Yeah.
This movie is violent. This movie is very well shot. The dialogue was written very well.
Oh, my God.
And my God, was this movie funny.
Yes, that's the thing. Now coming into this, I had not lowered expectations, but I didn't expect what I got. And the key point to me was in the trailer, they made it look too funny, where I thought it was going to be basically a comedy horror.
I said to you after this movie, after we saw it, that I was expecting like a PG level violence. I was expecting more of a funny, a few jumps here and there, but more of the concept, like the following of this family who are stumbling and bumbling trying to kill this woman.
Yeah.
It does have that.
Of course, but it's still done in a way where you still take every moment seriously.
Yes, absolutely.
There isn't one moment where, even though we were chuckling non-stop, because the comedy is perfect for this.
The comedy... sorry to interrupt.
No, I was just going to say we were chuckling non-stop, but there wasn't once where it took away from the next moment or the moment before.
And this is the reason I think this movie's comedy works better than Zombieland for me, because Zombieland's comedy didn't feel natural to me in the slightest.
Yep.
All of the comedy in this movie feels like if you were in this situation, this is how you would act.
No, exactly.
These are the things you would say. These are the things you would do. Whether you're on... so Samara Weaving's character's name's Grace. Whether you're the one being hunted or whether you're the one hunting, this is how you would feel. No, and I want to give special props to Adam Brody, who also stars in this film. He plays 100%. He plays the brother-in-law of the bride.
Yeah.
So Adam Brody and Mark O'Brien play Alex and Daniel, and so Alex's character, who is the husband, he was skeptical of the family needing to play this game, but he was still in it.
Well, that's the thing. To take you back a little bit, I mentioned that he was distant from the family. That's because he knew about this one particular tradition and how they carried out their ways. And even though it hadn't happened since he was a little boy, he still distanced himself. And the mother, who's played by Andy McDowell, she's phenomenal.
Yes, absolutely.
Who's played by Andy McDowell, like at the beginning is thanking Grace for bringing him back to the family, and like, you know, they were all getting along and like bringing him back to be whole, even though he's still like, I don't like being here.
Yeah.
But then when the moment comes, which it's not a spoiler because it's somewhat early in the film, then when the moment comes, he plays along.
Yes.
And like, you know, it's still tradition, because we have failed to mention that their basic thing is, if this hide and seek card gets pulled, they need to kill the person they are seeking by sunrise.
Yes.
Otherwise, their entire family will die instantly.
And they
like
lose
that is a legitimate fear in all of them, where they all believe that when the sun comes up, they're all just going to fucking disappear or something. Like
they've made a deal like generations ago. Like a family member made a deal with a particular devil or a demon entity, and
I think it was just honestly, he was just like a psychic or something, or a shaman or something,
like that.
Yeah,
anyway,
for
like
wealth.
The thing is, you know, if you get married or married into the family, you've got to play this game, and that'll determine whether the family's riches and like, you know, continue on.
Yeah.
If the game isn't played, or you know,
or you don't end up killing the person involved
in hide or seek.
Yeah,
you know,
hide or seek.
you lose your fortunes or you die.
Yeah. If she had have pulled backgammon, they just needed to play a big game of backgammon, win or lose until completion, and then they've satisfied this demon, devil, psychic person from 4 generations ago.
Yeah.
And this is one in particular. I'm not spoiling shit, man.
Yeah.
There is no way.
I think we've spoiled enough already in terms of the story.
No,
like,
not
everything
really.
You've heard, you see in the trailers.
I was going to say, you see it in the trailers. We've just given a bit more detail as to why they're hunting. You know, like that kind of thing. There isn't really spoilers as to how things end up, a few twists along the way, and in particular, the amazing fucking ending.
Yes.
The amazing ending, top to bottom, that scene from the start. Honestly, this film, okay, right now in my preliminary head right now, my films of the year I've seen in cinemas.
Yep.
Joker, It Chapter 2, Ready or Not, Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Dude, like, I'm sorry, but Avengers Endgame, like, as in, it did what it needed to do. It was a great film.
Yeah.
But it's one that I've literally already forgotten about, and I'm moving on to the next one because there's so fucking many.
Yes.
This is one, along with Joker. I don't think we're going to see another one like this for a long time.
At least for a while. And this is, as I think I had this thought while watching this movie, the same thought I had with Joker, is that, yes, it's violent, yes, there's some real themes, yes, there's also some funny moments, but my smile was ear to ear the entire time.
It was dead set phenomenal, dude.
I had so much fun in this movie. As I said, special props to the actors, because they all played their part so very well, and I think a special credit to, as we said, Adam Brody, but most importantly, Samara Weaving.
Dude, Hugo Weaving, be proud of your niece.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving's niece. Now, Hugo Weaving, famous Australian actor, who was in Lord of the Rings. He was Agent Smith in The Matrix.
Exactly.
He was in that Mortal Engines, which flopped big time, that came out last year or the year before.
Let's leave that alone, because he has done phenomenal work.
He's probably fine in it, but he's done some amazing films, and you can definitely tell that they are related, because there are visual similarities, but her acting skills, man, she's very young.
One of the very key things that I said to you walking out was that felt so real.
Natural,
her dialogue, her actions, her reactions, her timing, everything felt real. There's particular moments where something happens right in front of her, and a lot of the time in horror movies, what the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? And she was just like stunned, like pale face. Like, it was amazing. It felt so real.
Her emotion was real, and the way that she handled the situations felt natural, because it made you think as to what you would do. And in the case where they're living in this massive mansion, which is full of corridors and, you know,
secret passages,
medieval architecture style, where, you know, this family does hold many weapons of nature, and that's how, if you've seen the trailers, like the rest of the family hunt her down with all these weird, wonderful weapons like shotguns and crossbows and bow and arrows. The first thing she does, which is what most people would do when they can't escape the house, not spoiling that one, is to find the biggest weapon she can find, which she does.
Yeah, and then things happen along the way, and man, her reactions to it. But seriously, there wasn't a weak member of this cast. No. There really wasn't. All of them, even the cliche, almost comedy character, Fitch,
Fitch was hilarious.
I thought when I first knew what his role was, and he's the one who's in the trailer sitting on the toilet, now getting to know you're a crossbow, and he's Fitch.
Yeah,
and that.
he's got to use a crossbow, and
his lines weren't overwhelming. They were delivered well, and they didn't get in the way of anything. It didn't take away from any moment.
I'm glad you brought him up, because when I'm thinking about best moment and worst moment of this film, I don't think this is my most favorite moment, but the part that I probably laughed the most is where they're walking and he's next to Adam Brody's character's wife, who's very strict and very in on the game.
Oh, yeah.
He looks at her and goes, so at what point do we cut and run, right?
Yeah. Because they're the two that are married into the family that passed this test.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
And, he gets the cold shoulder and he's oh shit, this is serious.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
But he was funny.
I liked him in the lead up to the final scene going, Fitch the bitch. Not a bitch. I'm not a bitch. Fitch, I'm not a bitch. Yeah, he's psyching himself. It's great.
This is a movie which does have, what's the word I'm looking for?
No, I really
the Benedict Wongs of Gemini Man.
Oh, the comedic relief.
But because the comedy is not just centered around this one guy, it's like every member of the family is hilarious in their own way, because the hilariosity comes from their natural feelings and reactions to the situations. That's what makes the comedy work so fucking well.
100%. And even though Fitch may seem like the cliche comedic character, I mean, Aunt Helen?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she's like a dead set serious character, but she's portrayed in a way where she's almost comedic relief as well the whole time.
Yeah.
As serious as she is, it's just played so well to the point where it's funny.
I want to give a shout out to her hair.
Yeah, it was on fleek the whole time, like dead set. Like puts mine to fucking shame, even though I do that every week. But no, seriously, Ready or Not is a fantastic film. Please catch it in the theaters while you can and support this, because it's truly a great film.
If there's a film that's close to horror that you want to see for Halloween, for this, the week after Halloween, while all this is still happening, go see Ready or Not. You will not be disappointed. If you like great storytelling, great set pieces, great acting, great dialogue, and a funny film, Ready or Not is the film for you this weekend.
It checks all the boxes. Now,
absolutely.
Favorite moment of the film?
I'm going to have to say the moment when Samara Weaving's character...
I just want to... No spoilers.
As I said, she finds a weapon.
Okay, yeah.
There's a particular moment where... you've seen it in the trailer. The entire movie, she's running around in a wedding dress.
Yeah.
There's a particular moment where the camera zooms from feet to head.
Yeah.
And where it goes up and it shows her entire outfit, where she's got this wedding dress torn to shreds.
Yeah.
She's got Converse on.
Yeah.
She's holding a shotgun and she looks in the mirror and what did she say?
Oh,
she goes
man.
Oh fuck, or something like that.
That's true. The realization of everything that's going on in that,
she
and
realizes
just seeing herself, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
like,
this whole situation is completely ridiculous.
Yeah,
and that's the natural.
That's a natural reaction. You saw your reflection after everything that's going on.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic.
Best moment.
My best moment, honestly, and I can't say it too much, is the ending. I thought it wrapped it up perfectly in a bow.
So the result of the game?
The result of everything. Okay. The result of the game, the reactions of the characters.
And the twist.
In particular, Grace. Yes, the twist was wonderful.
Yep.
But in particular, Samara Weaving's reaction in the final scene, whether she lives or dies, I'm not going to say that. I mean, make up your own mind. But seriously, go and see it. And the ending is just the perfect... Yeah. It's the coup de grace. It's just beautiful.
I think this movie deserves a legitimate rating out of 10 pretzels.
I will do that happily.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to give it a solid 8.25.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 9.
Yeah?
I really, really liked this movie.
Now, I'm going to do it very quickly, and I don't want you to overthink it.
Yep.
It Chapter 2 and Joker, what would you rate on a serious note out of 10?
Okay, so Joker...
if you're
Joker, I'll give it a 9.5. Probably a solid 10.
Yeah?
I think. Joker's hard 10. All right, so I don't like to think of these movies too hard, so I'm going to give it a 10.
Okay.
It Chapter 2, probably my most anticipated film of the year, or one of. Very was looking forward to it. The actors were great. The film was good, but I give it a good 7.5, 8.
Okay, so this is above It Chapter 2 for you. You just said...
you do this to me all the time, but exactly. I'm just saying, like...
That's why stop thinking about it so much, okay? As far as I'm concerned, Joker 9.5. It Chapter 2, I'm going to give 8.75. I gave this one a 8.25, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, 8.25. That kind of scale. Simple as that. Avengers Endgame, 4.
Yeah. So you're going off like what order you would structure them in from like best to worst almost.
Yeah. Well, exactly. That's how a rating should be.
I really liked it, but I think its downfall is the source material.
Okay, we've spent way too much time.
I'm just saying, like,
no.
The reason I
brought it up. This is my fault. I get that. I accept that.
So. What were we saying?
Ready or Not.
Ready or Not is great, so go
9.
check it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been Two's Company, Three's a podcast. It's end of Friday episode.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching us on Facebook and listening to us on Podbean, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
And YouTube.
Big
of course. Blowout. We will be back next Wednesday with a fresh episode with the latest news in the gaming, TV, and film world, and also Yarsal Pass, where we will be reviewing the upcoming films coming to theaters that week.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Do you have a few things to plug, Mitchell?
Oh, yes, that's right. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
I have plugged my Twitch in the past. I'm about to get back. By this stage, I'm back on board. Okay? Twitch.tv. Twitch.tv.
Wait, when are we releasing this again?
Oh, shut up, all right? It's Friday the 1st of November. Happy pinch of the punch. Twitch.tv/not very... fuck!
So it's twitch.tv /
Mitchell_TCTP.
Tune in if you want to watch Fortnite and nothing but Fortnite.
Yes, we will plug the links below, but also on the socials. We'll make sure to get them out there. But twitch.tv /DoomAddict93 for Dilbo if he ever hops on again.
Yep.
But we are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure you check those out.
Yep. All links are there on the screen, so I don't fuck that up again.
That's right. And shoot us an email if you'd like, twoscompany3podcast@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Mitchell.
You are?
Dylan.
I am Mitchell.
We are Two's Company.
And
you are the podcast.